All right. What's going on, guys? We're back. And from here on out, we will be known as the JVL Primetime Sports. Well, just JVL Primetime Sports. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my boy, Dre, my co
How
host, as
y'all
y'all can
doing?
see. Um, Anything else you want to tell everyone
Oh,
else before we continue?
right now, if you look right here, this is our temporary logo right now. But in about not too long, but not too soon, we will be changing this to something more permanent. This is just what we have right now. So stay tuned. We will have this updated.
Yep, yep.
And today we will be talking about the Aces.
You
Went up against the
already
Sparks
know how
last
we
night.
run.
It
Yup.
was Kelsey Plum's first game against the Aces. And seeing that you are a Kelsey Plum fan, how did it feel to see Kelsey Plum on an Aces court, but not in the Aces uniform?
Honestly, bro, honestly, it took me a good, I want to say, 2 weeks to process everything and mentally prepare myself for this game because I knew I was gonna go to this game whether I like it or not. Um, but I mean, like after having those 2 weeks of just just like mentally preparing myself, I was like, you know what? It's all good. I mean, it was great seeing her again though. I'm pretty sure in the beginning when we were there right before the game started, we was seeing her warm up. We said what's up to her. She was walking by a little spot we were at. I mean, it took me 2 weeks to like, mentally prepare. But like when the day came, I was like, oh well, it's gonna happen. And honestly, we'll see how it is. And I was like, we're gonna see how it goes today because all I know is that it's gonna be an emotional roller coaster. But honestly, I was surprised I wasn't too emotional as I thought I would be. But it was just crazy seeing her in a different like uniform. I mean, it threw me off a little bit, but I was like, dang, she's really like not on the team anymore. But it was good seeing her again. And she's been hooping. But we did put up a good we went crazy though last night. I cannot lie, bro. Oh, the score was like we won 96-81. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh
in a sidebar, while he was talking, if you saw a weird look on my face, it wasn't because he was talking. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I literally heard like some tropical birds out there. It threw me off. So if y'all see my face go like this, it wasn't because what he said. It was something that I heard outside. Just to clarify that.
yeah, it do be we do be hearing some random things. But I'm gonna double back to you. How did you feel about seeing KP in a whole nother jersey and not on our team?
To be perfectly honest, it didn't feel weird to me, but it felt different because like when we
I
seen her
agree.
warming up, because she was in Vegas. So when she was there, she looked comfortable. It looked like just another day on the Aces court, but she was getting ready for another team. But I will point out the way she was during her warm ups and the way she was during the game was two different Kelsey Plums. I don't
Yeah,
know if it was like the emotions. I don't know if it was being on the home court that you're used to playing against your former team, but you can tell that there was something going on in the back of her head because the way she was playing or the
yeah,
way she was warming up, she was outstanding. It was like
literally.
poetry in motion. The way she was going to the basket, the way she was doing her step back, which is crazy because the amount of step back threes she took during her warm ups compared to the threes she took during the game was totally different. So
Yeah,
to me personally, I would just I looked at it as like we have Michelob Ultra. We're used to seeing Kelsey Plum here all the time. The only thing that's different is the jersey that she had on. So like
yeah,
it was the same for me. I I still cheered her on. I still rooted for her. She started off slow, but she picked it up towards the end.
yeah.
It's just that she's on the Sparks and not with the Aces. That's just how I personally saw it. I know a lot of people didn't really see it that way, but personally, that's how I see it.
Honestly, I could agree with you on that. Like I said, how I said, I didn't think I was gonna be as emotional as I thought. Cause like, I think what really had me like thinking of how it like really changed my mind to being emotional is the fact that I pretty much just like we're seeing her back on the court at home, where she did all the time. So like, I just saw her like, oh, she's still in her, she's still in her little, she's in her way, but I was like, yo, this honestly just feels like really different. But at the same time, I was just like, I don't know. But honestly, everything you pretty much is pretty much how I felt, and I was surprised myself because I thought I was gonna be more emotional knowing how much of a fan I am of KP and how much I rock with her. And like you said, I was rooting for her. I was getting as many clips as I can of her. And for those of y'all fans that was booing her, no shade to y'all, but we don't boo here, bro. She's still family. We don't do all that. We don't. But I mean, other than that, it was just really nice seeing her on the at the cribble all over again. Just in a whole different jersey, on a whole different team, on a different side of the court. What really matters is that we saw her again, and it just felt like she was right at home, just on a
Oh,
different team with a
and
different jersey.
and to double back on the booing. For y'all
Mhm.
fans who was out there booing Kelsey Plum, you're dead wrong. It wasn't her choice in the matter. It didn't work out between her and the Aces. She ended up getting traded. It's part of the business. She gave y'all no reason to boo her because y'all wasn't booing when she was winning the championships. Y'all wasn't booing her when she was winning sixth player of the year. So just because she got a Sparks jersey on, don't mean you got to boo. You ain't got to cheer. You ain't got to cheer if you don't want to, but you ain't got to be disrespectful. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
She put in
cause
too much work, time, effort, and energy for her to come back home and get booed like that. No,
yeah, I mean, it wasn't as much booze, but the way we were, especially how we were saying, we definitely heard some booze. Like, come on, bro, y'all can't be doing that. Same with the booing part. Same with De'Erica. Like, they family still at the end of the day. They're just in a whole different jersey on a whole different court. And, not different court. They're on the same court from a while back, but they're just in a whole different jersey, a whole different team. Is what I meant to say. But we just want to put it out there because that's what low key kind of bugged me last night when we were watching the game. I heard some boos in the back of my head. I was like, why y'all booing? I don't know if they heard me because my voice was like cracking, as y'all can tell, by the way. Forgot to mention, we had the game yesterday, so my voice is a little off. So sorry if y'all hear my voice crack a little bit or it just sounds really like raspy or, you know. But yeah, I just want to bring that up because it was just something that bothered me. But it was just it was just good. Honestly, like at the end of the day, we won and it was good, but you know, we were just doing our thing. We were playing, we were doing our thing.
that's
Dre was
right.
yelling on the
Aces
top of his
improved to
lungs.
3-2, baby.
Exactly. Dre's been yelling on the top of his lungs that night. It was really fun to see. But yeah, man. KP was hooping. KP did have a slow take, but she did bounce back. But speaking of that game last night, how we feel about our aces? How do you think we played last night? Like the way we were playing.
Everybody played phenomenal. Adrian Wilson led the way, 35 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. And a lot of people didn't talk about it. She shot a perfect 10 from 10 from the free throw line.
She did. She really did. No one brought that
And
up.
and that silent assassin,
Oh
Jackie,
yeah.
easy 26, 3
26,
assists,
yeah.
2 steals. And she was a primary defender on Kelsey Plum. Listen,
That's exactly what
she
we
brought
thought
she
too.
she, she brought out the shackles.
The
She brought out the
shackles.
handcuffs. She told Kelsey Plum, "I love you, but you need to sit down. You're gonna sit this one out."
Nah, man, we went.
It
We,
it
we
was
did
it
amazing.
it was amazing.
It was beautiful.
Chelsea Gray was Chelsea Gray. She was out there saucing it up. Doing her thing.
Getting the
But
whole
speaking of
crib lit. Yeah.
Kelsey Plum, Kelsey Plum was off to a slow start,
Mhm.
in particular because she was being guarded by Jackie Young. She had 17 points, but she only shot 6 of 19, and she was
Yeah.
1 of 7 from downtown. And the Aces defense was nasty because they forced her to have 5 turnovers and 4 personal fouls. And she picked up a late technical.
Yeah,
And
she
I don't know if
did.
anybody noticed it. After she picked up her first technical, the ref tried to be like cool with her because she was going back and forth with the ref, and she kept pointing back to the Sparks bench. I don't know
Yeah.
what she said to the ref, but the ref gave her a look, and then she pointed back towards the bench, and she said something. But whatever she said, Kelsey Plum just walked off. I was like, don't come back to Vegas and get ejected, please don't. And then when she walked off, I was like, yes, please, please don't, because that ref had that look on her face, like, okay, one more thing, you can hit the showers.
Mhm.
But it's like everybody from the Sparks they wasn't struggling, but they wasn't doing what they were supposed to do, because
Yeah.
if you look at the plus minus for the Sparks, damn near the whole team was in negative. Kelsey Plum was
Yeah,
a
man,
negative
I saw that.
21.
Yep.
Azumi Stevens was negative 20. She had a double double. She had 10 points, 10 rebounds. But that plus minus, that means nobody was connecting for the Sparks. Nobody.
Yeah, I don't know what's
And
going on.
and it contributed to the Aces defense. They literally made them feel uncomfortable from tip off.
Yep.
Even though the Sparks were like they went up to a quick little 4
They had
0
a
run.
yeah, they had a quick 4-0
But
run.
like
I was like,
after that, it wasn't nothing. Yeah,
yeah, no, we just kept coming.
it wasn't there. Kelsey Plum was in foul trouble. Diego was in foul trouble, which was funny because when she picked up her fourth foul and it was at the free throw line, she was waving off the bench. She was like, "No, no, no!" And then as soon as they hit the first free throw, she was like, "I'll come out." And I was like, "That was crazy." Because you had
That
four
was
fouls
crazy.
in the third quarter and you didn't want to sit down. I was like, no, y'all already down big, and you are putting yourself in a position where you can pick up a fifth foul in the third quarter. No, whether you
Yep.
up or down, you don't. Nobody wants to pick up that fifth foul in the third quarter because you pretty
No.
much is gonna sit most of the game. You probably won't come back until about like good 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter,
Yep.
and that can be the difference between anything.
Mhm.
But how did you feel about the Aces doing their thing, dominate like they used to, like we expect them to do?
Man, it was a beautiful sight to see, man. I remember talking to my pops about that. He was all like, now that's Aces basketball. I was like, yep, that was straight up Aces basketball. And like, I remember when we were talking about in the beginning of the game, before we were watching, warm ups, and we were all like talking about who gonna guard KP. And we both agreed that Jackie was gonna guard her, which is exactly what happened. But our defense was immaculate, bro. Like, if we can keep playing like that through the rest of the season, man, I mean, I'm never worried about the Aces at all. I'm just like, man, we would be like unstoppable, bro. If we can play like that, like the way we played against the Sparks and play like that against New York, at raps. But I do know that but when I was watching them play, other than us, doing our thing, I do know there's some players on the team that still need to adjust, gotta get into, like, for example, Jewel. Jewel needed I feel like Jewel was still adjusting to everything. She didn't really have the best game last night either. Um, but of course we had Jackie, Asia, and Chelsea doing their thing. But I mean,
Oh,
it's
not to cut
beautiful.
you off, but
Oh no, you're good, bro.
technically, Jewel Joy actually did what she's supposed to do because she might not have filled up the stats when it comes to like points, but her presence was felt on the court because her plus
Oh yeah.
minus
No.
was 30.
100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which was the highest plus minus that game. So she contributed in other ways. She let Asia do the scoring. She let Asia
Jackie.
and Jackie do the passing. She was there scrapping. She was there getting the loose rebound. She was there contesting shots. She was there making sure that the other team felt uncomfortable. She did what she's supposed to do, which actually works well because it lets you know that you can have a player that can score like Jewel, but there can be nights where she can be like, I ain't got to drop 25. I ain't got to drop 15. I just got to go out there and do what I do. On offense, make sure we score. On defense, make sure they don't. And if you can do that, you gonna continue to be as great as you're supposed to be.
Nah, you're right. You're right. I was just about to get to that. But I mean, yeah, no, like you said, Jewel maybe didn't have the best shooting team, like the shooting game, but she was there on the defense. She was there hustling. Like it was like all the hustle plays that I saw last night were odds, and I saw them come from Jewel. I saw Asia do some hustle plays. Like everyone was doing their thing. Like it was insane. Like there was this crazy sequences that happened during that whole game, but it was just a beautiful sight to see. It was like, I mean, it wasn't as stressful, but I mean, I just love seeing the Aces play the way they play, man. Like they just gotta keep doing it. You know, I think Becky talked about it in the post game conference. I guess someone asked her a question about everything. I think she said there were some shots that didn't get there's some shots that they hit, but they just didn't get it. She also brought up how Jackie could have made a little bit more, but she already got her hands full guarding KP. And you know how KP is.
Right,
We know how KP is. She fast, she's quick. Like she was probably like getting tired out chasing KP around that whole court, bro. Like I'd be like, dang. But she still did her thing on the defensive end. I don't know. I think my favorite thing about that whole game yesterday was our defense, bro. That's what we didn't have the last. What was it like? Was it the last? I want to say, was it the last 5 games or was it the last 5 games? 4 or 5 games that we've had before that game. Like that was like the best that I wish we could have had like before. But like I said, when it came to that, I was just like, you know what? I wasn't stressed, especially when we were especially when we were 2-2. I knew we were gonna have a bounce back game, and we had a bounce back game last night, and it was just amazing. It was
right.
just beautiful. I loved it. Like I don't know, like I was so locked in, bro. Like there were some like clips I wish I recorded, but I didn't. I was so locked in, had us
Right.
yelling on the top of our lungs, jumping out of our seat, you know, bang, bang, a three, all that. Like it was amazing. Like the
And
house, bro, was lit, bro. Everyone was so loud. Like the crib, I was like, yo, man, that house was crazy. We needed that.
it
We
was
need that more.
overall a team effort.
Team
Everybody
effort.
who touched the floor contribute in some way.
hmm
And that's what you like to see from the starters to the bench to the role players. When they touch the floor, they contribute in some way, whether it was scoring, passing the ball, getting a stop, causing mismatches.
hmm
It was they did something. They made their presence felt, whether it was Asia Wilson, Jackie, Chelsea, even Liz Kinley. She went out
Oh
there.
yeah.
She missed both her shots, but she had good looks.
Yeah, she did. She's got to hit them.
I'm I'm surprised Crystal didn't play though. That's what I
Me
I don't
too.
know. I don't know if she wasn't available, but she was on the bench and she was suited up, but she didn't play. I don't know where that came
I
from.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know
Cause
either.
I was wait. Cause like when the Aces was up by like 20, I was like okay, and then like the starters stayed in. I was like Okay.
Okay
But
then.
then I kind of see why, because Sparks did go on the run and they dropped that thing back to 8, and I was like, "Ooh, hold on, wait a minute,
Yeah, maybe that's what
Becky,
kept them in
Becky,
there.
Becky, call one of these, call one of these. Hold on, wait a
Call
minute.
him real quick, real
That,
quick, real
that mother went from 20 to 8. Hold up, wait a minute.
quick. Give it a second. Give us
Cause,
a
cause the
break.
clown's starting to warm up. Take one of these.
That's what I was saying, bro. I remember we were watching that. I was like, oh, KB heating up. Oh, all right, Becky, hold on. Get that time out real quick. You need that. That's the
They
whole
hit,
thing
they hit, one-
about
they hit one of
he's a
these,
dog, man.
and then you saw Asia come on the court. You was like, "Yeah," and it went right back to Ace's ball.
Yup. They did get me there a little bit. I was like, oh, KP heating up. Oh, we're gonna need to make some changes there. Which was great. I mean, bro, it went crazy. You know what was so crazy about last night's game though?
What?
Asia had all those stats and she was sick.
Yeah,
Bro, she
she
didn't
said
play.
she
She
was
didn't
under the
look or play like
weather.
she was sick. Yeah, she didn't look or play like she was sick. She was like locked in, bro. I was like, it didn't seem like she
That's
was
that.
sick.
That's that Michael Jordan flu game right there.
I swear, bro. Flu game right there. And she still went off. And I'm still not over that, bro. I was like, yo, Asia being under the weather and she made that many points, had those stats. 67% field goal percentage.
Right?
That's insane. I was just
That's
shocked. Once
that.
I heard that she was
That's
sick
that
or she's under
water.
the weather, I was like, yeah, that water. That was it. Man, that game was just, I'm really glad we got to that game. But the Spartans come back on the 11th. Now, how we feeling? Since we're still on the Sparks
I
and
feel,
Aces.
I feel pretty good. It's round two.
Round two, round two. Is it a Commissioner's Cup or is it just a regular season game?
No, it's a Commissioner's
It's
Cup
Commissioner's
game.
Cup, right? Yeah, that's gonna be insane. I wonder how the game's gonna come out, man. I don't know.
It's
I ain't
going
over how good that game was last night.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be round two.
Round two, we
And
gonna see how that's gonna
with
be.
listen, CPT, LBC, 1, 2, 3, aces and three.
Is this a three? Yeah. I knew you gonna say something like that. Nah, man, it was.
Unless they're
Ooh,
playing Phoenix, then it's a different story.
we
Aces
don't.
over everybody but Phoenix.
This guy, man, this guy. I didn't know that much. It was a preseason game, right? We went against Phoenix.
Yeah, that
This
was
guy,
an
bro.
amazing game.
That was the most stressful game. I was like, why am I so stressed over a preseason game? I was like, dang, there's always type of fight when it comes to that. But I mean, honestly, like this season, honestly, like I think that I know who's gonna go all the way, but the way the teams have been playing all season so far has been like you don't even know.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even have a favorite to win this year. Every team from Minnesota to New York, Phoenix, Atlanta, Aces. The Sparks could be up there, but they're not fully healthy right now. No, Camp's not
Yeah, they got
back.
some injuries. Yeah, they got Cam
Wakia's
out, Vakia
out.
out, Ray's out.
Ray's out. So they have the pieces. Then you got Dallas still trying to figure it out.
I feel they'll
If they
figure it
could
out
get it
though.
going, if they could get it going, they can be up there. But a lot of people already predicted them to be like a lottery team, which I
Yeah,
don't know why. They just have to get. They just have to. They just because they got new pieces, so you got to expect them to like struggle to gel. Like not everybody's gonna pick it up right away,
yeah.
but like the way teams is playing right now, it's hard to even try to pick a favorite.
Like it's hard. It's always aces through and through. But the way the game, like I'm always in, aces over anyone. Like and like no hesitation, Aces over everyone. But this season has been really crazy good so far. All these teams are crazy, despite the fact that some of our family has been broken apart. It's okay though. But I know how we talked about we were excited for the season to start, and now that it started, I'm still I'm still on that word. Like it's been crazy. Like you never know what's gonna like you have no idea what's gonna happen like at all. Everything was
Right.
just insane. I was like, yo, you got that going. You got everyone just getting together, and I'm like the Valks. Oh my gosh, the Valks put up a good fight against New York. That had me
Oh yeah.
shocked. I was like, because I'm thinking about all these other games in the past that we had went through so far. I don't know how many games that we've been through so far within like was it the second week of the season? I don't know. I
Oh
lost
yeah.
count.
The Aces is 3-2 right now.
Yeah, they are three and
After
two.
last night's dub,
Mm,
Minnesota and New York are both undefeated at 6-0.
yep. What else we got going
Phoenix
on out
dropped to
there?
4-2 after they lost to New York. I mean, not New York to Minnesota. We only
Yeah,
lost by three though.
that's not bad though. Losing by three is
It
not
was a
that
hard
bad.
fought game. It was a hard fought game, but we're not gonna win it. We're not gonna win every game. So
Yeah, maybe they gotta come back. They gotta
regroup
come back stronger
and
next game,
get
bro.
ready for the next game. That's all you can do.
Exactly. Exactly. Season's been mad exciting so far, and the Aces with our pickups and all the changes that has happened so far, like it's been pretty good. Like I like how we're looking so far. I never had lost any confidence in the team. I always have faith in that team. Some people don't, but I do. Always. But look, aces in aces in five. It's always in five for me. Let me knock on wood to be
I-
safe though, because every time I said that with my other teams, yeah, no, we didn't make it all the way. So they knock on wood real quick.
I'm like Shannon
But
Sharp. I'm gonna rock for my team no matter what. I ain't need to knock on no wood. I said what I said.
as you fucking as you did, bro, as you should.
Oh, but I'm gonna ask you one question. One question, just one itty bitty question.
One question. Ah, shoot, should I be scared?
If you can ask Kelsey Plum one question
Shoot,
about basketball, what would that question be?
one one question to KP about basketball. Dang, you got me on the spot here, bro. Hold on, wait, what? That was the most. I wasn't expecting that. The one question I would ask for KP, well, ask KP about basketball. Uh, I don't know actually. I can't think of any good ones on top of my head. But I think the one thing I can think of right now on the top of my head is no, actually I can't. You got to come back to me on that one, bro. I can't. You put me on the spot.
Me, if I was able to ask Kelsey Plum one question about basketball, I would ask her what was the what was the hardest what was the hardest thing that she had to go through during her transition going from Vegas to the Sparks.
That's a really good question because that takes a lot
Cause you
of
got, cause you,
mental and it takes a lot of
yeah,
mental
cause being
to do what you gotta
drafted
do.
by San Antonio and then transition into the Aces and then spending your entire career there and then you get to go back home and even though she looks comfortable in LA so far because
Mm,
she literally just looked like her normal self. It didn't look like she missed a step. She didn't skip a beat.
mm-hmm.
But leaving like not like your friends, your family, and the bond that you built in Vegas, and you have to leave that behind to go to another team. What was
Yeah,
the hardest? What was the hardest decision that you had to go through during that period?
right.
That's what I would ask.
That's a really good question too, because it's a lot. Because she does have friends and family out here, but what's also crazy is that not even just her like old teammates are family. She called the whole city her family, literally.
Right,
Like she just has. It's because if I'm being honest, looking through. I was looking through her post when she had like her long little paragraph when it was announced that she got traded to the Sparks, and everything she said in that, man, she was all like, she had all the love, she had so much love for the Aces, the community, the teams, everyone, everything that was here, despite what she went through in here in the city. But I thought she was like, I honestly feel like KP she has built a culture out here. Honestly, like we're literally a basketball city, and I feel like she's one of the main reasons why we became a basketball city because of the way she is and how she just presented herself when she was here. Maybe that's why there was so many emotions that everyone went through when that trade did go through and everyone found out and people thought it was fake. Even I thought it was fake, even though deep down I knew that she was gonna be gone given what she has been through here. And I was thinking about that, but I feel like the way she's looking right now, I mean, she seems real happy out there. She's like doing her thing. I feel like she's still the same. She's still KP. Like she's still the same. She's gonna be KP. She's always gonna have that dog mentality. Like that's my favorite thing about her. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that's everyone's favorite thing about her in general, is her mentality, her dog mentality, the way she plays, and it's a good sight to see, man. Like I don't know. KP has taught me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Learned a lot just by seeing how she like plays. You know what I mean?
right.
What else we got going on here? What else have we got? What else we got on top of your head?
Um, like, oh, I want to say it was a pleasure that you came back last night, Kelsey. We love you. We miss
Yeah,
you. Continue to do your thing and with the Sparks,
I
ball
do
out,
want to say this.
and
Once an ace, always an ace. Shout out to the Aces fans
facts.
who made these posters and gave it out to all the fans at the game last night. This is gonna be cherished. I'm probably gonna bring it to the next game on the 11th. But shout out to to all the Aces fans that made this poster just to show the love we got for us. So KP, just know once an ace, always an ace. We love you, your family forever and always. Keep doing you, man. Just keep doing you. Don't know if you'll ever see this, but and it doesn't hurt to try. But you know what I mean. Ever it takes. But yeah. Simple, something simple and sweet today. There anything else you want to add before we end it here?
Nope, we covered everything that we need to cover. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful game. Everybody had fun. Everybody enjoyed themselves. And we will see y'all on the 11th.
Yeah. Look out for more content, by the way, guys. There's a lot of stuff that I have, and follow the Instagram, follow the Instagram, JVL Primetime Sports. We're gonna keep the
And the YouTube
consistency
channel.
going, and the YouTube channel also JVL Primetime Sports. So thank y'all for listening in. I know it's really short, sweet, and simple. Um, but look out for more content and more of the upcoming things that's coming uh for this podcast specifically and everything else in between. So we hope y'all have a beautiful night, morning, whenever you're hearing, listening, watching this. You're on YouTube, you're on Spotify, you're on Apple Podcasts, listening, watching, yada yada, yada, etc. etc. We'll see you on the next one, and we'll see y'all. Like Dre said, we'll see y'all June 11th, and there'll be something there. Y'all have a good rest of your day, night, whatever it is. All right, everyone. Yes, sir.